Hey guys, it's Stephanie with Simarchy, and I'm here with another speed build, but today it's a very special speed build because I have my friend Ashley, aka The Tide's Changing with me. Say hi, Ashley.
Hi, everyone.
Hey guys! So we are super excited. We have actually built little shops from Oxford Street in London. We're calling it Little Oxford Street because it's sort of like a subsection, and of course it's like just made up. We didn't duplicate exactly what we saw, but we took heavy inspiration. We went to Sims Camp together, and that happened to be at London this year, which it was both of our first times going.
Yeah, and also first time to London.
And first time Sims Camp.
Yeah, and also it's like crazy because usually Sims Camp is in California, so it's just kind of crazy that the first year we both went, it was in London.
Yeah, which was super cool. Like, I was actually shocked they flew us out there, and I mean, I knew they were gonna like accommodate us, but they flew us out there. They paid for a hotel. Like, it was awesome. We didn't have to worry about anything. They're just like, here's your ticket, here's your hotel accommodations, and the only thing we did differently was we asked for an extended stay because we wanted to hang out and check out the city after Sims Camp was over.
Yeah, so we had to worry about finding a place to stay for the other 2 nights, but thankfully a bunch of other people had the same idea, so there was 7 of us in total in an Airbnb, which was a really cool experience because it was just like staying in an Airbnb with 6 other people I'd never met before.
Yeah, so we had a lot of fun. We went shopping, and that's kind of what sparked this collab. But just to step back just a couple of seconds, if you don't know who Ashley is, she is called The Tide's Changing here on YouTube, and she does speed builds and let's plays. So she's a builder and she does gameplay as well. So definitely, you guys are want to go check out her video. It might even make sense if you want to go back and watch her video first. We do have our commentary there, but we're going to talk about different stuff here, so you're not going to miss anything if you want to go back and watch them in reverse. But she did build her side of the street, and now we're working on my side. So that's just kind of a preface of what's going on. This is technically a part 2.
I feel really bad because I didn't introduce you like you just did me.
Well, I mean, that's okay. You introduced me.
Yeah, but I didn't like say what you did on your channel and tell people to subscribe. I feel really bad about that.
Don't feel bad about it. I'll go comment and I'll be like, hi guys, I'm that weird mermaid that was in her commentary.
Yeah, subscribe to me.
Come subscribe.
Yeah, it'll be fine. People know that you're awesome. They'll want to go over here and watch this video and subscribe anyway. So it's all good.
Yeah, well, they're going to want to see the other half of the build, right?
Yeah, they're going to want to see this anyway. So they'll know who you are.
They'll know. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. We decided to do like a double voiceover so we could each be on each other's videos, and I'm just super inspired by this. I'm really glad we're collabing. But we wanted to talk about how we came up with the collab when we were in London. So you can go ahead and tell that story.
Yeah, we were both walking down Oxford Street, and they had their holiday lights up at the time. Like, we didn't realize there were holiday lights. We just thought, oh, they're really cool hanging lights. Because basically, it was these hanging lanterns that went across the street, and we were just sitting there looking, and we're like, oh, that's so cool, and the street is so beautiful. And we were both talking about different ways we thought we could do that. Yeah. And I think I tapped on your shoulder, and I just said, why don't we just do this as a collab rather than doing 2 separate builds that are pretty much the same?
Right, because we have the same ideas.
Yeah, so just like, oh yeah, we can use those hanging lights and then like hang them from a fence, and it'll get that effect. It'll look really cool. So we would have been like pretty much the same thing if we had done it separately and twice the work. Because this was like just one side of this was a lot of work.
This was a big build. Like, and we didn't furnish the apartments. There are technically space for apartments upstairs. We each did 3 stores, 2 stories each. So it was definitely ambitious. If you had to do it all by yourself, that would have been a lot.
I would have never finished.
No, I think I would have done months. Like 2 stores or something.
Yeah, it would have been like 2 stores, or it would have been like 2-hour-long parts.
Oh gosh,
like, I take forever to build. It just would have been too much. This is really cool how you're doing the billboards up here, because this is actually my first time really getting to see your side. Because we talked about this in the last video, but I only saw some screenshots from you, so this is pretty much like my first time really seeing what you've done. So I'm just watching this and just thinking about how cool, like realizing how cool this is, and it's just really neat getting to finally see what you did with this.
Oh yeah, that's exciting, because you're right. I did get to see yours. I didn't get to see the build, but I got to see the after. So I did have something to go off of, and yours was very modern and sleek and clean lines. So I wanted to go completely opposite, so we can get like that cool difference in here of, because London is like that. Parts of it are super modern and parts of it are super traditional. So I think that worked out well. That we can kind of incorporate the two. But I thought with the billboards up there, it still kind of kept that modern element to it to be like, yeah, this is a shop, this is a store, this is like a commercial area.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool, and I think it's also good to really show our different styles, because yeah, I definitely have like a more realistic style, and you have a more whimsical one. So it's really cool to see those two things come together like this.
Yes, which we were talking about. It would be very interesting to do that as another collab. So if you guys have any ideas, if you want to see us work together again, let us know what type of builds you think it would be fun in the comments, because what did we talk about? Sort of like a more colonial traditional house that's kind of fairy tale and fantasy like on the inside would be a possible idea.
Yeah, like I was thinking I could build the outside of it, and it could be very just neat and proper, like trimmed hedges and super neat and fancy and proper on the outside, kind of like stuffy. And then you get to the inside and it's just this explosion of color and whimsy. Like I think that could be a really cool juxtaposition to kind of see like our two different styles come together in that way.
That would be super fun. But of course, if you guys have a different idea, we want to hear it, because we want to get creative. We don't want to do just your regular, oh, I built a house and she furnished it. Because that's what people tend to do, which is fun and it's awesome. But I think it's cool to do something a bit different. Maybe kind of make two styles mesh together instead of trying to make one cohesive flowing build.
Yeah, and I mean, especially since we have such different styles, because I think that's a really cool thing about collabs is where you can see people with very different styles that you normally wouldn't think would go together just come together in a way that's really cool. Oh, and this is okay, so this is how you're making the double-decker bus, right?
Yeah, I don't know if you were kind of like leaving a hint by putting that red van out there, but the second I saw it, I was like, okay, I know how I'm going to make it.
Oh, I wasn't.
You weren't? Okay.
I wasn't. I was just trying to, well, because I mean, we have like limited little cars you can size up to look like cars, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I don't know, this is another one, so I'll stick this here. Because I saw that, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool that she took that and made this, but that's perfect, so.
Yeah, I thought you left that there for me, because I was actually going to build one like out of walls. I don't know what I was going to try to do.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were going to do. I thought you were going to like use the thermostat to make wheels or something crazy.
Yeah, like I planned that out, and then I was like, wait, this is way easier.
Yeah, because I saw that. I was like, oh, that's so simple, but it works. Yeah. I didn't think that's what you were going to do. So, yeah, I'm glad that was not what I intended, but I'm glad that it worked out that way. I don't know. Maybe I should just say, like, oh, yeah, I totally knew that.
Yeah, you're like, I just dropped you a little hint.
I totally knew that. I actually, when I was placing those cars, I had to think really hard about whether they were on the correct side of the road or not.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad you did the street, because I would have been clueless. There would have been no street. It would have been gravel. It would have been done.
Like, yeah, or we're like trying to make London, but then we got the cars on the American side of the road.
Right.
So I had to think, because I was putting them the other way, I was like, wait, no, I have to do opposite. Because I got to get that right.
So here I'm doing the lights. This part I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do either, but I thought the toddler lights looked... I took a specific picture, which I don't even think was in Oxford Street. I think it was Carnaby, I think I called it before, and it was these bright blue bulbs that look like the laundry day lights, so that's what I used as inspiration, but they didn't quite work out, so I just put lanterns up there, which is something we saw, I think, right? Like we saw those like hanging paper lanterns. Yeah,
because this looks a bit different than the picture we saw at the beginning of Oxford Street.
Right, yeah.
Oh, wait, was that the, because I think I remember, was that the one where because I think we were walking through Oxford Street and then we looked down a road and there was a more whimsical looking area?
It might have been. You know, honestly, I probably should have looked at pictures to try to figure out what I was going to do, but just those blue lights were stuck in my head. So that's what I ended up doing. Now, I did cut off probably more of that footage than I should have, but it was super repetitive. But you are going to see a really good shot of the lights and the lanterns in the screenshot at the end. So maybe, you know, that'll give like a better idea of what it looked like. But it, like you said, they were holiday lights, but they weren't Christmas lights.
Yeah, I didn't even realize there were holiday lights until I got home and was looking it up, because for whatever reason I was just trying to look at, or no, I think I was just Googling Oxford Street in general to try to look at pictures, and then I saw something saying that they put the lights up early this year and they put them up in October, so then I realized, oh, that's what those were, because I thought those were just always there.
I mean, maybe, do you think maybe they have different lights? We'll have to ask. If anyone's from London or visits there, let us know in the comments if the lights and lanterns are a common thing, and maybe they just change up the theme for the holidays. I really don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Or like, I don't know if they go with the typical red and green, or if they change them all, but maybe those were just the holiday lights. I'd imagine it's a lot of work to put those up, though. Like, I can't imagine sitting there trying to string those all the way across Oxford Street like that.
Oh gosh, I know. And then like who maintains them? Because you have to, I mean, I guess you have to attach them to the buildings. I don't know. They're not like magically floating in the air.
Yeah, and then because I was looking at the picture and it looked like they went across different levels of the building. Like it wasn't just a neat all the way across in a row thing. They were kind of strung to different points of the building and they crisscrossed,
Yeah.
which is really cool. But that's kind of hard to do in The Sims because you can either do, I mean, with the toddler lights, you could slightly rotate them, but then there's the issue of them not matching up across the road.
Yeah, it was
So,
definitely it didn't look like it did in my head. So maybe if we did another collab, or when we do another collab, I shouldn't say if, when we do another collab, we can incorporate some sort of outdoors lights and you can do them this time and you can make it more of what your vision was so we can see the difference.
yeah, I mean, because we're not going to do another Oxford Street thing.
Yeah, but
So
what
I
if we
have
did like two houses on one property or something? You could string lights in between them, or if we did like a little street going, like we don't have to just do a plain boring house.
Yeah, I mean,
You
well,
know?
if we did that idea that we had, it wouldn't be just be a plain boring house. But yeah, there's so many different things we could do.
You could have like a little alley going into two houses on a street, like two, maybe not even a duplex, but like two houses on one neighborhood block. There's a lot of stuff we could do.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see what people want to see though.
yeah, because I think we could definitely come up with something really cool together.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's something to look forward to for sure. But yeah, I don't want to talk too much about the build because we do only have maybe 10 minutes left. It's basically I did a candy shop, well not a candy shop, an ice cream shop, bakery in one, and then a candle flower shop in one, and then a hair salon in the other. So you'll definitely see that as we're going through the build, but I just wanted to talk to Ashley more and get to know her a bit more. And we were talking in between recordings on Skype, and we were talking about our cats.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah, because I think at one point I literally asked you, "Does your cat eat vomit?"
just randomly out of the blue, she's like, "Does your cat ever
Yeah,
eat your other cat's vomit?"
Yeah, I just like randomly out of the blue. So like my cats do that, and I didn't know if it was normal for cats to eat vomit.
I mean, my reaction was ew, no. It probably made her feel bad thinking she has like these weirdo freak cats.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I just have weird cats who recycle
I
food.
mean, maybe it's more common. I don't know, but I love cats, so I'm glad we were able to talk about that because my cats are my life. Like you guys know here that I am the crazy cat lady, and Lexi is my baby. She is my child. I'm never having kids. So as soon as you mentioned cats, I'm like, we have to talk about this because that is my whole life.
Yeah, my two are little troublemakers, and they just do all sorts of ridiculous things. Like because I've always had cats growing up, but these two are definitely different than cats I've had. Like they're very I don't know if I'd say active, but they're very involved or whatever. Like they like attention, they like to be around you. Like they don't just sit around and kind of like do nothing. They're just always getting into trouble or doing weird things.
Are they younger or?
They're 6 or 7.
Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's still a pretty active age. Like my cat, well, my cat Lana recently passed away. She was 14 and Lexi's 13. So they were already at that age where they don't really do much. They just kind of like sleep and eat. But they never really got along. So I thought that was super cute when you were talking about your cats like fighting or playing together. They never did that. They would never cuddle. They would never, bat a ball of yarn around. I don't know what the heck cats do, but
Yeah, they do some of that. Although I wouldn't let them have yarn because then they might eat it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Lexi ate confetti during my live stream. Okay.
Oh, no.
So it was New Year's and I had confetti poppers and I was joking about how she was in there like nibbling on it, and all of a sudden I see her just eat like a 12-inch piece of confetti.
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh, I thought she was gonna die. I instantly freaked out. I'm sitting there on stream, like almost crying. Everyone's like, it's okay. She's gonna poop it out. She's gonna be fine. And then other people are in there like, no, it's gonna wrap around her intestines. It's gonna chop them to pieces and she's gonna die. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Thank God. So this will make you feel better about your vomit story. So for an entire week, I had to dig through her poop.
Oh no.
Every morning I would wake up and literally cut her poop and like look for the string.
Oh, that's so awful.
But she finally pooed it out. Finally. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, we had we had a cat at my parents' who somehow ate ribbon, and this isn't a very happy story.
Oh no.
But he ate it, and it didn't like wrap around his intestines, and like, but it got lost. He ate a whole bunch of it somehow, and it ended up in his stomach and kind of blocked his stomach up.
Ooh.
So for months he was having a hard time getting nutrition from food. He lost a bunch of weight. Vets didn't know what they were doing, like what was going on, and kept diagnosing with the wrong thing. So thankfully, like, they finally figured out what it was, and he had to get surgery to remove it. But he just had like a whole mass of stuff in his stomach that couldn't get through. Baby. Yeah. So he did live for a couple more years, but he died when he was around 11, and we think part of that was because of the effects of what happened with that.
Aw, it's so hard though with cats because like they can't tell you when something's wrong. You know, they don't really tell you when they're in pain. So that's always a tough situation. But yeah, like the whole week I was just looking at her and I'm like, "You're so dumb. Why would you do that?" Like I'm just like scolding her. I'm like, "I love you. Why are you gonna die now?" But thank God it wasn't a big deal. But you always see pictures of kittens with balls of yarn and string, and you think it's a common thing, but you know. PSA, do not let your cats play with strings or yarn or ribbon or anything.
Yeah, no, it can be really bad for them.
Yeah,
because we don't even know how he got it, but he somehow did, and it just like caused we had to force feed him for like 6 months.
Oh, poor baby. Oh my god.
To get him to gain his weight back after the surgery because he refused to eat.
Yeah.
But yeah, we eventually got him healthy, and then he was around for a couple more years. But yeah, so that's like just a PSA, like don't give your cats things like string that they can eat, because I know mine, like, they get into a whole bunch of trouble. Like, we had a little cookie bag, like just a bag you get from the grocery store with a couple cookies in it.
Yeah.
And one of them got her head stuck in it.
Oh no.
And she was like, because I was just sitting there at my computer and I could hear crinkling and her running around the house, and I was like, what is she doing? I was like, so I went out to check with her, and she just had her whole head in the bag and was trying to figure out how to get it off. And I just like yanked it off her head. And like I think she could still breathe because it was like a cardboard bag.
Yeah.
So I think she could still breathe through it, but still that like freaked me out a little bit.
Oh my gosh. So it's always funny though when that happens, because as soon as the cat is rescued, then they look at you like, "Oh, I totally meant to do that."
Yeah, like I took it off, and then she just looked up at me like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like they'll never admit fault, you know? They're not like, "Oh my god, thank you for saving me, Mom." Yeah. They're like, I had that situation under control, thank you."
Yeah, that's pretty much how, like, she just kind of looked up and she's like, "Oh, hi."
Aw, they're so cute though. I love cats, I really do.
Yeah, there's like all those little things like you don't think about that they can get into, so you just have to be very careful about what you have around your house.
I know. And it's like, I'm like, you're 13, you've never eaten anything weird in your entire life, and then you're gonna die because you ate a piece of confetti. It's like, what is wrong with you? Thank God nothing bad happened, but
yeah, they've done like one of them also like to jump on top of doors.
Oh wait, what do you mean on top of doors?
Like on top of a door.
What?
like on top of the door. So we used to have a wardrobe at my old place. We had a wardrobe that was right next to the door.
Yeah.
So they would get up on that from the bed, and then from that get onto the top of the door, and then she would get up there and she'd be like, "I don't know how to get down."
Oh my god!
And then they would start freaking out.
Acrobat cats, because Lexi's fat butt would get up there and just immediately flop.
Yeah, one time, because we had at our old place, we had a fire alarm right above the door, and she bumped it with her head and set off the test alarm and like flipped out and then just like jumped down, her tail fluffed up. I felt so bad for her.
Meant to do that.
I felt so bad for her.
Oh my god, that is so cute. I don't know, I thought about getting a kitten, but she's really territorial and I'm afraid she's gonna hurt it. But I miss having a kitten. I haven't had kittens, in over 10 years. Once they're like 3 or 4, my cat stopped doing anything, but I miss them getting into trouble and wanting to play, and yeah, I'm getting all sentimental now.
Yeah, I mean, mine are 6 or 7, and they still get into trouble.
They still do that, yeah.
And they're better. They don't get into it as much as they used to. So when we first got them, one of them got stuck behind the fridge twice in the same day.
Oh no!
It was like literally. It was the first day we allowed them to roam the whole house.
Yeah.
And she got behind the fridge because the fridge for some reason was almost a foot away from the wall. I don't know why our landlord did it at that place, but she got up on the counter and then jumped behind it. And then
there's no getting up.
I was like, great, how am I supposed to get you? But thankfully the counter between the stove and the fridge for some reason wasn't fastened down.
Yeah.
So we were able to just pull it out. And then she got out. And then I thought, she's not going to do it again, right? She's not going to do that. And she did it again.
Of course.
So I had to shove the fridge back and hope I didn't break anything.
Oh my god, Ashley, we're in the screenshots. We talked about this is probably going to go way too fast, and it went way too fast.
Yeah, we talked about cats for half the video.
I mean, that's okay though. We love cats. But guys,
really good,
if you want to see that next collab, tell us what you want to see. Maybe we could build a crazy cat sanctuary. I don't know, but I'd love to talk to her some more. And
about cats?
Huh?
About cats?
Yeah, I'd love to talk to her more about cats.
Yes,
and maybe we can talk
stories.
about, you know, the build next time a little bit.
We talked about it a little bit here.
Yeah, well, here's the ice cream shop. Those are cupcakes sized up and put into
cool.
pet food bowls.
I've seen that trick before. That is a really good trick.
Yeah, I cannot take credit from it. I got that from my friend Princess Lollipop Lou. She is one of the best builders in the entire world, and I saw her do that for one of my challenges. Not one of my challenges, for one of my tours that I do on Twitch. And yeah, I kind of just stole that idea from her. So full credit goes to Laura.
Yeah, that is so cool. So are you able to get the ice cream cartons through ByDebug, or are they not in there?
You can, but for some reason they don't let you set them. It kept saying it had to be on a certain type of surface. I have no idea what surface
like
it
counters?
needs to be on. It wouldn't go on a counter.
What?
So I don't. Yeah.
Where does
I
it go
had a hard
then?
time with it. I don't know. I gave up.
Yeah. I mean, I think visually the cupcakes and ice cream in a dog food bowl looks better.
Yay.
So it works perfectly.
Thank you. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I did have to steal three. I had to steal 3 mannequins from her side because she used them all.
I was selfish.
So I just posed one with the ice cream. I posed one cutting the flowers, and you're gonna see one posed in the hair salon holding a shower in a can that I thought looked like maybe shampoo or something. I don't know.
Yeah, hairspray.
There it is. He's holding a shower
that's really
in
cool.
the
It looks
can.
kind of like they're holding hairspray.
Yeah. So I have
so
fun with the
cool.
mannequins.
I love how you did that. And then it's like they can actually go in and use those things to do hair.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Yes.
Well, yeah, hair and makeup, I think. So.
Yeah, so it's functional. Oh, yeah, and then you also have the wardrobe things.
Yeah. I want to do like a whole store because you have a really cool store. Her side has a store, a clothing store, a toy store, and a cafe. So you definitely want to go watch that. So I wanted to do something just a bit different, but still have some clothing in there.
Yeah, and I just love how colorful and bright your side is.
Oh, thank you. But thank you so much for collabing with me. I had so much fun, guys. Make sure to go watch Ashley's video. Again, she is The Tides Changing. I will have her videos linked in the description. Make sure to go show her some love, subscribe, and hopefully we'll do this again very soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Thanks, Ashley. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Wait, guys, before you go anywhere, don't forget to click over here to watch new videos and click on my face when I disappear to subscribe.